Somebody told me
He
there was
likes
a,
me better than he likes you.
did you? What you think I didn't?
Good evening. I'd like to call to order the Tuesday, July 13th meeting of the Onalaska Common Council. The time is 7 p.m. First order of business will be roll call.
Mayor Kim Smith.
Here.
Tom Smith.
Here.
Dan Stevens.
I am present.
Stephen Knott.
Present.
Jim Olson.
Present.
Carrie Burmaster. Here. Diane Wolf.
Present.
Thank you. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The City Council and Subcommittee meetings shall be conducted in a courteous manner. Citizens, council, and committee members shall be allowed to state their positions in an atmosphere free of slander, insults, and obscene remarks, threats of violence, or for use of common council or committee as a forum for politics. Sufficient warning may be given by the Sergeant at Arms at any time during the remarks, and in the event that any individual shall violate the rules of decorum heretofore set forth, such person may then be cut off from further comment or debate. Item 4 is public input. Anyone wishing to address the Common Council may do so now. Please start by stating your name and your address and limit your comments to 3 minutes. Would anyone like to address the Common Council this evening? Come on up.
First of all, thank you all for hearing me out today. I spoke with Jim Olson and Jared about this matter earlier. I'm sorry, Dan Reinsold. My address is 138 8th Avenue South. And I'm here today about the water bills. They've gone up significantly. I believe in the beautification of Onalaska. Onalaska is a beautiful city and I'd like to keep it that way. I have a lawn that's 3/4 of an acre and I take spectacular care of it. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to continue doing so. So you got a copy of my water bills here from the current quarter and from the quarter ending in October of last year, which was my previous high quarter. That one came in at $367. I was growing new lawn at the time and I have no problem with that bill. This bill, however, came in at $496.52 for 1 quarter. And that was, if that would have been the same usage as last year, my bill would have been over $1,000. Now, I know, speaking to a couple of people, that there's been other complaints about the water bill, the rates that are going into effect at this point as well. We need to go back to doing winter rates starting the 2nd quarter instead of the 3rd quarter. Because rates like this is just, I mean, we can't continue this. I'm gonna have to turn my sprinkler off and just let the lawn go dead like the neighbors do. I don't think that's what anybody else wants to see. So, you know, if you review the bill, I've got $300 in sewer transmission charge usage. I did not use $300 in the sewer. So that water was put on my lawn. You can see by my previous balance of $113.47. You know, I don't have the, you know, I'm not running showers for the public here. So it's all sprinkler. So putting that money into the sewer just doesn't seem like it's right. We need to look at how we can change that to adjust those issues. I know it was voted before to start the sewer usage rates for summer in the 3rd quarter, but I believe that, you know, spring starts in April. Some springs we have a very dry spring. This year is one of them. So I think we need to be able to address the balance and maybe adjust them as needed or change the rates back to starting for the summer rates in the 2nd quarter. So anybody got any questions for me? Because that's all I have.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Would anyone else like to address the Common Council this evening? Welcome.
Good evening. My name is Park Hutter. I am the pastor of Onalaska United Methodist Church at 212 4th Avenue North, and I bring greetings on behalf of the faith community in the city. I'm reminded this evening that in the Christian New Testament, the Apostle Paul talks about how we're more than a community, we're like family or even a body where everybody has a part to play, like fingers and toes and things like that. And this summer, as I've been going to the concerts at Dash Park and the community dinners and council meetings and other things, I see so many of the same faces, and I'm reminded of how we're all so important to the success of this city that we love. And tonight, it's going to be exciting that we have family on the fire and police sides that we're celebrating. We are all really in this together, and I appreciate how our leaders facilitate that. I appreciate how our community comes together and each of them chips in to help. I'm going to just offer a brief prayer for those who'd like to join me. You're welcome. And for those not so inclined, enjoy a moment of peace. Lord, we are grateful for the city in which we live and for all of the people in this community. We are indeed more than just neighbors. In many ways, we are family. We look out for and care for each other. The good of one part of our community is the good of all parts of our community. We ask that you would continue to bless us, to guide us, to help us to look out for one another and lift each other up. And we ask this in your name. Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Would anyone else like to address the Common Council this evening? Anyone else? Last call. Is there anyone online, Jared? Okay. We'll close that portion of the meeting and move on to the report from the mayor. Item A is to announce the appointment of Sabrina Steger to the position of the Financial Service Director Treasurer. Sabrina is seated right here. We did swear her in at the Finance and Personnel Committee meeting earlier this month, so welcome her if you have a chance. Thank you. Welcome.
And Mayor, we do need an official appointment and roll call vote.
Oh, okay. So that being said, I'll accept a motion to appoint Sabrina to the position of Financial Services Director Treasurer.
So moved. Second.
A motion on the floor by Tom Smith, seconded by Jim Olson to appoint Sabrina. Is there any discussion?
Can we have Sabrina have a speech?
Okay.
She says no.
Keep it to 3 minutes. Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Is it roll call?
It's a roll call.
Oh, I guess, good thing we have a clerk here today.
Stephen Knott,
Aye.
Jim Olson,
Aye.
Carrie Burmaster,
Aye.
Diane Wolf,
Aye, aye.
Dan Stevens,
Aye.
Tom Smith.
Aye.
Okay, the motion carries unanimously. Can we move on to the next item? Check with Joanne. Okay, item B is the swearing in of Officer Cooper Zumock to the Onalaska Police Department. I'll turn it over to the chief and Joanne.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to welcome Cooper Zumock to our department and tonight to get sworn in, so I'll turn it over to Joanne.
Step up here. Just raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Cooper Zumock,
I, Cooper Zumock,
having been appointed to
having been appointed to
the office of police officer
the office of police officer
for the city of Onalaska,
for the city of Onalaska,
swear that I will support
swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin,
and the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin,
and will faithfully and impartially
and will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of said office
discharge the duties of said office
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
right, next I'd like to introduce Officer Josh Goldbeck. And as noted, Josh and Tanner have been with our department since last fall, but due to the pandemic, we were not able to have this ceremony. So I'm very pleased to be able to still bring them forward and have this.
Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Josh Goldbeck,
I, Josh Goldbeck,
having been appointed to
having been appointed to
the office of police officer
Office of Police Officer
for the city of Onalaska,
for the City of Onalaska,
swear that I will support
swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin,
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and will faithfully and impartially
and will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of said office
discharge the duties of said office
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Last but not least, Officer Tanner Sutton, please come on up.
Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Tanner Sutton,
I, Tanner Sutton,
having been appointed to
having been appointed to
the office of police officer
the Office of Police Officer
for the city of Onalaska,
for the City of Onalaska,
swear that I will support
swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin,
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and will faithfully and impartially
and will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of said office
discharge the duties of said office
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone. So we've welcomed the new folks, and now it's time to thank the retirees. I don't believe Jim Prindle is here. Do you see him? But I do have a proclamation for him, which I will read. It's a proclamation of thanks to Jim Prindle for service to the city of Onalaska. Whereas James Prindle has served in the Public Works Department for the city of Onalaska for 23 years, and whereas James Prindle started out mowing grass in 1998 and eventually, through hard work and dedication, became the Public Works Manager. And whereas James Prindle was passionate about our water utility and pushed for continual improvement, especially in our drinking water distribution system. And whereas James Prindle was recognized by the American Water Works Association with the Operator's Meritorious Service Award for his dedication to public health standards concerning water. And whereas Jim Prindle was a strong leader who balanced mentoring with accountability. And whereas Jim Prindle not only gave back to our community professionally, but also served as a coach for youth sports. And whereas Jim Prindle's presence at the Public Works shop will be missed by many, not only those within the shop, but by the entire community. And now therefore, I, Kim Smith, Mayor of the City of Onalaska, on behalf of the citizens, do recognize and officially thank James Prindle for his dedication and years of service to the City of Onalaska. Thank you, Jim. Then, next one is for Doug. Doug is here today. It's a proclamation of thanks to Doug Stinson for his service to the City of Onalaska, where Doug Stinson has served in the Public Works Department for the City of Onalaska for 33 years. And Doug was hired as a Public Works laborer in 1988. And whereas Doug consistently demonstrated a great work ethic by arriving at work early and helping get the day off to an efficient start. And whereas Doug Stinson has shown a great attention to detail and care for our city over many years, and whereas Doug always gave a helping hand to coworkers regardless of the job. And whereas Doug Stinson helped improve our city every day, then went home to help on the family farm. And whereas Doug's presence at the Public Works shop will be missed by many, not only those within the shop, but by the entire community. And now therefore, I, Kim Smith, Mayor of the City of Onalaska, on behalf of the citizens, do recognize and officially thank Doug Stinson for his dedication and years of service to the City of Onalaska. Thank you, Doug. If you come up, I'll give this to you.
Tell the guys, learn every day. Don't think you know it all. A lot to learn and utilities, streets, something all the time new. When I walked, I told the guys, gotta work together. I'm really proud of the city because how big it's grown since I started. People don't realize how this stuff over here. Coming to the city of Paul. Nice clean city, and I hope they keep it that way. Streets clean, keep the trees trimmed, roads good, you guys are here to do a nice job on the roads. Sewer and water, you do take a part of the city and have it redone. So, there's a lot of work. Remember, Jared, when you started, we were hard. I mean, that's how things change. Like I say, hope the city can keep growing, doing it well. I understand it. Growth is a little bit slower now. A lot to grow yet. I started with beehive. It was beehive. I just want to thank you all again, and like I say, guys got questions or anything that I can help back in, I'd gladly help. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Stinson.
Yeah, thank you, Doug.
Recommendations for approval and/or possible action from the following committees, commissions, or boards. All items listed under the consent agenda are considered routine and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a council member requests removal, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in the order of business in the no consent agenda. Are there any items the councilors would like removed from the consent agenda?
I move that we approve this consent agenda.
I'll second.
We have a motion on the floor by Alder Stevens, seconded by Alder Burmaster to approve the consent agenda. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. The consent agenda passes unanimously. Thank you. Moving on to the non-consent agenda. Item 7 is a recap of items pulled. There were none, so I'll move on to item 8, the Finance Committee concerning the vouchers. Diane?
Thank you, Your Honor. Item 8A, Finance Committee, A vouchers. The following is a list of monies expended since the last common council meeting dated June 8th. I move that we approve in the amount of $2,192,086.05.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor by Alder Wolf, seconded by Alder Smith. Is there discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Item 9, Personnel Committee, Alder Wolf.
Thank you again, Your Honor. Item 9A, approval of position descriptions. with grades, sorry, so sorry. And to recruit positions in the Parks and Recreation Department. Personnel Committee met last Wednesday and it was approved 3-0. And I will move that we approve the position descriptions with grades and to recruit positions in the Parks and Recreation Department.
I'll second.
Thank you. I have a motion on the floor by Alder Wolf, seconded by Alder Knott, to approve the positions and recruitment for the Parks Department. Any discussion? Alder Knott?
Yeah, I just want to confirm that we will have the funds available to this to where we won't have an issue next budget cycle like we did last budget cycle where we had to make very hard decisions on other employees.
I'll
Yes.
turn it over to Eric, City Administrator Reinflush.
Thank you. I'll answer that question in two ways. First of all, confirmation for both this item and for the next item, which would be in Public Works, if the question comes up again. In the current budget year, based on the vacancies and retirements, that it will fit the budget this particular year. No concerns about that. Do not anticipate the similar circumstances of what happened last year with layoffs at this point in time. Unfortunately, it's entirely too early in the budget. We don't know our revenue. We don't know our net new construction. And we don't know our ability to grow our levy next year. If those become curtailed, I hate to say it, that may become an issue. But at this point, I don't anticipate the reorganizations to drive any future layoffs as we had last year.
Thank you, sir. Alder Wolf?
Thank you again, Your Honor. And do note, excuse me, we are in Parks. I will ask again under Works. I just wanted to address something, but I'll pass. Thank you. Sorry.
Okay. Any other comments or questions regarding this item? Motion on the floor is to approve the descriptions and to recruit for the Park and Rec Department. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Item B, Alder Wolf.
9B, approval of position descriptions with grades and to recruit positions in the Public Works Department. Again, personnel met last Wednesday and with a vote of 3-0 approved unanimously. And I'll make the motion to approve the position descriptions with grades and to recruit positions in the Public Works Department.
A second.
Thank you. We have a motion on the floor by Alder Wolf, seconded by Alder Smith. Is there discussion? Alder Wolf?
Thank you again, Your Honor. This is where I wanted to add, there was one suggestion that staff and administration and HR had agreed, and that it was brought up at personnel last week. And I note that it has been changed in the job description for the GIS/IT asset manager. Originally, it was master's degree was required, and now it has been adjusted to master's degree preferred. So that job description is in the packet, and that change did occur after last Wednesday's personnel meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? Okay, the motion on the floor then is to approve the positions and descriptions for the Public Works Department. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Item 10 is closed session. To consider a motion to convene in closed session under section 19-85, paragraph 1, paragraph C of the Wisconsin statutes for the purpose of considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. Specifically, a mid-year review of the Common Council City Administrator goals.
Move that we go into closed session.
I'll second.
Motion by Alder Stevens, seconded by Alder Burmaster to go into closed session. The voting will be by roll call.
Stephen Knott,
Aye.
Jim Olson,
Aye.
Carrie Burmaster,
Aye.
Diane Wolf,
Aye.
Dan Stevens,
Aye.
Tom Smith.
Aye.
The motion carries unanimously. We are in closed session. The time is 7:27. Thank you.